Hey, this is the Motion RC Blackhorse PC-9 transition to Texan II, first few maiden flights as I get it all settled up and ready to fly for the first time. Get off right, left. Oh yeah, she is docile. It only needed a few clicks of down trim to trim out straight and level. As you'll hear in a second, has this really nice whistle from the airframe at speed. Feels okay though. You're up. Wow, did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. Nice sound.
At this point, I was feeling comfortable enough with the airplane that I could maybe pour on the coals and see what the speed has with that 6S. As you see in this next pass, I was actually pretty impressed with the speed on the 6S. Wow. In just a second here, you'll see I have to keep the airplane fairly low as we have one of our VFR local traffic swing by the airfield and give him a little wing rock just to say hey. After a quick gear check, I'm going to line it up for the first approach, put her on the ground, maybe keep the speed up a little quick for the first landing. She's going to roll out in the grass at that kind of speed. Just a little bit. Alright. I'm fairly pleased. At this point, I'm just going to taxi it back in nice and slow, make sure that my steering is doing everything that I want it to do, make sure the nose wheel is trimmed right the way I want it to, and get ready for the next flight. Elevator felt pretty good for high rate. Okay. With the first flight under the belt, now it's time to do a little climb power test to see how it does in the vertical. The wife had to throw in some slow-mo for good measure. And again, I'm overall pretty pleased with its climb performance on the 6S. So with the basics knocked out of the way, now I guess it's time just to throw the gear out and have a flight with nothing but some touch and goes in it. With a flight like this, my overall goal is to slowly work the speedbacks and see what works best, play with some slower speed and higher angle of attacks, and see where the airplane likes to stall out and where the airplane will stop flying, basically low to the ground. Before we get to the landings, maybe just one high-speed pass for good measure.
Crosswind from the north. Handles very nicely. A lot more crosswind from the north.
Mm-hmm.
Draw at 100 flap or 100%. A slower setting. And a little hot with it because I'm not sure of it. Try a 50 flap approach. We'll go to 50 flaps. 5%. A little faster landing speeds. Down there, getting pushed. Fifty flat feels like it's got a little more lift. Energy all over the ground here. 1 minute call. I'll land a little early just for safe side. Let's do another 100 flap. Let's see how it handles with no power all the way to the final. Power's out. Let it come in. Good bit more stink out of that. A little heavier on it. I can ride the wheelie, pull it back, and she'll just keep going. Okay.
So at this point, I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable with the airplane. Obviously not up to 100%, but still learning the 50 and 100 flap characteristics, and actually still learning it today, but it's a good flying airplane.
Stamp a little right rudder on steering. There she goes. I'm all the way in here.
Overall thoughts, this Blackhorse PC-9 is a fantastic flying airplane. And I've really enjoyed the process of trying to figure out what works best for me. I like the 6S approach versus the 8S approach. As you can see, the airplane performs really, really well with it. And I really enjoyed the process of finishing it off, which I'll show a few pictures at the end here so you can enjoy. So all the recovering work you see, the blue and the white, was done by a local club member, and then all the graphics are done by Cali Graphics, which really helped out and make the airplane that I really wanted. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe for future content.